A star map, animals who serve you, eternal life, and a 7-day world. There are places in the Bible whose meanings are hidden from almost everyone. They are encrypted in numbers, names, and everyday facts. Only a few are able to decipher them. In today's video, we're going to talk about Solomon. He was the son of King David, the second king of Israel, who ruled from 965 to 928 BC. During his reign, Israel became the most powerful nation in the Middle East. That's why people call him the wisest man on earth, but he didn't get that wisdom out of nowhere. In fact, the Holy Scriptures tell us that he dedicated his life to learning the secrets of the universe, the laws of nature, and the hidden powers of the human soul. Now I'm going to share with you 7 of the most amazing things he discovered. And you will find out for yourself why the powers that be tried so hard to hide his teachings from the public eye. To better understand the significance of these secrets, let's start with the first one. The key to controlling the elements. You may not know this, but according to ancient texts, Solomon knew how to manipulate the 4 elements: air, water, fire, and earth. He didn't just know how to manipulate them, but could use their power for good. He allegedly had the power to heal people with water, extinguish fires with earth, calm storms with air, and ignite flames with earth. These abilities made him a legend in his own time, as people believed he was chosen by God himself. But you're probably wondering, is there any truth to this story? Well, the answer may surprise you. Modern science tells us that all the matter in the universe is made up of chemical elements, and everything we see around us is nothing but different combinations of these elements. So if Solomon really understood the properties and interactions of these elements, he would have had the ability to control everything around him. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's not entirely impossible. In fact, ancient Chinese texts tell of a philosopher named Xu Yuzhun, who lived around the same time as Solomon and supposedly had the same abilities. Xu Yuzhun is said to have been able to control the elements and heal the sick, which makes you wonder whether Solomon and Xu Yuzhun learned these skills from the same source. But the truth is, we may never know for sure. The second secret, however, is even more impressive: Solomon's ring that commanded the elemental beings. You see, Solomon believed that each element was ruled by its own supernatural being. Fire by salamanders, water by undines, air by sylphs, and earth by gnomes. He claimed that he could summon these creatures with his ring and command them to do his bidding. With the help of these elemental beings, he could control the weather, locate precious metals, and protect himself from harm. This may sound like a fairy tale, but similar beliefs were widespread in ancient cultures. And some scholars believe that Solomon's ring may have been based on a real artifact that possessed magical properties. In fact, archaeologists have discovered artifacts in various parts of the world that have been linked to the manipulation of elemental forces. And who knows, maybe one day we'll find Solomon's ring and unlock its secrets. But that's not all. Solomon's wisdom spread far and wide, and he became famous not only for his power, but also for his knowledge and understanding of the world. People from all walks of life came to him for advice and guidance. He was known for his ability to settle disputes and make fair judgments. His wisdom was legendary, and people marveled at his ability to solve complex problems with ease. But that wasn't the only reason people flocked to Solomon. He was also said to have had the ability to predict the future. People sought him out for his insights into matters of love, fortune, and even death. And though some dismissed these claims as mere superstition, others swore by the accuracy of his predictions. At the height of his fame and power, Solomon's attention turned to the natural world. He became fascinated by the intricate workings of plants and animals and set about uncovering their secrets. He created a classification system for plants and studied their medicinal properties. He also kept a menagerie of exotic animals and studied their behavior. His findings were revolutionary and changed the way people viewed the natural world. But it wasn't just the natural world that intrigued Solomon. He was also fascinated by the stars. He spent countless hours observing the night sky and charting the movements of the planets. His work laid the foundation for modern astronomy and helped pave the way for future discoveries. Over time, rumors spread about Solomon's exploits and people began to exaggerate his abilities. He became a symbol of wealth, power, and wisdom, and his name was synonymous with greatness. But as his legend grew, so did the envy of his rivals. They sought to destroy him and take his throne. But Solomon was always one step ahead of them, and he managed to stay in power until his death. After his passing, tales of his wisdom and power continued to circulate, and he became a legendary figure in world history. Even today, people are fascinated by the story of Solomon and his incredible feats. But there's a twist to this tale that you might not have heard before. Solomon was a devout follower of Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his wisdom was rooted in his faith. He believed that God had given him his wisdom and power for a special purpose, to serve as a light to the nations and to show them the path to righteousness. But unfortunately, some people misunderstood his message and used his wisdom for their own selfish purposes. They twisted his words and used them to deceive others and gain power. It was as if they had taken the light of God and turned it into darkness. In response to this corruption, God sent prophets to warn people about the dangers of idolatry and false teachings. He reminded them that true wisdom comes from Him alone and that no one should be deceived by those who claim to have wisdom but have strayed from the path of righteousness. And now let's move on to the most important part of the video. Ready? Here are 7 of the most amazing secrets Solomon discovered. Number 1, the Seal of Solomon. It's an ancient artifact said to have been owned by King Solomon. The seal was supposedly inscribed with a pentagram that could control demons and grant its wearer supernatural powers. It's believed to have been made of gold or silver and to have been passed down through generations of Solomon's descendants. Number 2, the Throne of Glory. It's a legendary artifact from the Bible said to have been crafted by angels for King Solomon. The throne was said to be made of precious materials and to have been adorned with intricate carvings and precious stones. It was said to be elevated by 12 bulls, one for each tribe of Israel, symbolizing Solomon's dominion over his people. Number 3, the Wisdom of Solomon. It's a collection of ancient texts attributed to King Solomon that cover a range of topics from ethics to religion to philosophy. The book explores themes of wisdom, justice, and piety, and offers guidance on how to live a virtuous life. Number 4, the Sword of David. It's a legendary weapon from the Bible said to have belonged to King David and passed down to his son, Solomon. The sword was said to have been used by Solomon to defend his kingdom and vanquish his enemies. It was believed to have been forged by God himself and to have supernatural powers. Number 5, the Ark of the Covenant. It's a sacred chest described in the Old Testament as being made of acacia wood and overlaid with gold. The ark was said to contain the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments and to be the dwelling place of God on earth. Number 6, the Staff of Moses. It's a legendary artifact from the Bible said to have been used by Moses to perform miracles such as parting the Red Sea and smiting water from rocks. The staff was believed to have been given to Moses by God and to have supernatural powers. Number 7, the Temple Mount. It's a hill in Jerusalem that is believed to be the site of Solomon's temple, one of the holiest places in Judaism. It is believed that the Temple Mount was chosen by God himself and that it is the center of the world. So there you have it, 7 incredible secrets revealed by King Solomon.